A very good morning. You're watching the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you. Well, important political developments are taking place in various states after the assembly elections in 5 states. Well, Manohar Parrikar-led government will face a floor test in the Goa Assembly today. In Punjab, Captain Amarinder Singh takes oath today as the Chief Minister. Well, and that will be our big focus at the top of this hour. Let us start with the headlines. Manohar Parrikar-led government to face a floor test in the Goa Assembly today. Siddharth Kolikar made pro-term speaker for proceedings. Amarinder Singh to take oath as Chief Minister of Punjab today. Manmohan Singh and Rahul Gandhi among leaders to be present for the ceremony. Cabinet approves a national health policy, proposes to give assured health services to all. Centre also approves additional 2% dearness allowance. And a setback for Donald Trump. A federal judge blocks US President's new travel ban hours before it was due to begin. In cricket, India to take on Australia in the third and crucial test in Ranchi today. 4-match series tied 1-1. First up, news from Goa. Well, the newly sworn-in BJP-led government in Goa under Manohar Parrikar faces a crucial floor test today. But a special session of the Assembly has been convened for the test that will take place at 11 a.m. today. Now, Governor Mridula Sinha administered the oath to Siddharth Kolikar as the pro-term Speaker of the House on Wednesday. Parrikar, remember, was sworn in as the Chief Minister of Goa for the 4th time along with 9 other ministers. Well, he claims support of at least 22 legislators and also that of the NCP's Churches Elimau in the 40-member assembly. Now, BJP, remember, had bagged 13 seats in the polls while it claims support of 3 MLAs each of the Goa Forward Party and the Maharashtrawadi Gomantak Party, besides 3 independents. Congress, remember, had won 17 seats. The Supreme Court had ordered the floor test today while it had rejected the Congress's plea to stay the swearing-in.
I don't think there's any problem with anyone. It was actually indirectly proved, though the law requires it to be done on the floor of the assembly. Yesterday you were present for the swearing-in ceremony. All 22 plus 1 who supports were there. Again, Congress went to Governor in the afternoon around 1 or 2 o'clock, where they only presented 17 people. The number is very clear, so I don't see any reason why there has to be any apprehension.
And news from Punjab. Well, Amarinder Singh will take oath as the new Chief Minister of the state today in a ceremony in Chandigarh at 10 a.m. today. Well, former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh and Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi will also be attending the event. Besides the 2 leaders, Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh and the National Conference leaders Farooq Abdullah and his son Omar Abdullah and former UP Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav will attend the swearing-in. Now, Amarinder and members of his cabinet will be administered the oath by Punjab Governor VP Singh Badnoor at the Punjab Raj Bhavan. Well, this is the 2nd time that Amarinder will become the Chief Minister of the state. Congress, remember, had ended the sad BJP combines the 10 years regime by registering a thumping win by bagging 77 seats, 1 short of 2/3 majority. And now to Manipur, where the BJP formed its first ever government in the state after N. Biren Singh took oath as the Chief Minister. Well, a former Congress leader, Biren Singh, promised to work together with the allies for the development of the state. Well, National People's Party's leader, Jay Joy Kumar, was also sworn in as the Deputy Chief Minister, who was once also considered the right-hand man of former Chief Minister Okram Ibobi Singh.
Ending 15 years of Congress rule, BJP's Nongtongbam Biren Singh was sworn in as Chief Minister of Manipur in Imphal. Joy Kumar Singh of the National People's Party was sworn in as Deputy Chief Minister. 7 MLAs also took oath, including 3 MLAs from the NPP and 1 each from the BJP, the NPF and LJP and the Congress. Ahead of the swearing-in, Biren Singh assured that the party will work together with its allies.
Feeling good, feeling good, feeling good.
Is there any confrontation with the partners in terms of...
No, not at all, not at all.
And you are confident that you will prove your majority on the floor of the House?
Definitely.
A national-level football player turned politician, 56-year-old Biren Singh left the Congress to join the BJP last year. Formerly a minister in the Ibobi Singh-led government, four-time MLA from Haingang Assembly constituency, Biren resigned from the party after revolting against Ibobi Singh.
Yeah, we are happy that everything is worked out, and we are happy and we are very confident that this will be a very strong and stable government, and it will be a government that will work for the people of Manipur and change Manipur.
Manipur has now become the third state after Assam and Arunachal Pradesh in the northeast to have a BJP government. Although the Congress emerged as the single largest party with 28 seats, it could not form the government after the regional parties NPP, NPF and LJP decided to go with the BJP. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
News from the Parliament now. Will the opposition Congress on Wednesday accuse the BJP of devaluing democracy in Goa and Manipur? Will the party claim that the governors of these states had acted in a partisan manner in the Rajya Sabha? While dismissing the objections, the government said that the Congress have failed to muster the numbers to form the government in both the states, while the House saw several adjournments through the day as the Congress sought to corner the government on the issue. Here is a detailed report.
The Congress targeted the government in the Rajya Sabha after the BJP cobbled up a majority in Goa and Manipur. Raising the issue during 0 hour, Congress's deputy leader in the House, Anand Sharma, accused the BJP of violating the people's mandate in the two states. Leader of the opposition, Ghulam Nabi Azad, cited rulings by the constitution benches of the Supreme Court to state that the governor was bound to invite the party with the largest numbers of MLAs to form the government.
विरोध करते हैं पूरी तरह से स्टेटस को मेंटेन करना चाहिए दोनों जगह चीफ मिनिस्टर को इस्तीफा देकर और जो गवर्नर्स हैं दोनों गोवा के और मणिपुर के उनको सरकारों को बर्खास्त करके वहां दोनों चीफ मिनिस्टरों को जो कांग्रेस का लेजिस्लेचर पार्टी का लीडर है गोवा का और मणिपुर का उन कांग्रेस के लेजिस्लेचर पार्टी लीडरों को गवर्नर ने ओथ दिलानी चाहिए और उन्हें समय देना चाहिए अपना बहुमत प्रूव करने के लिए सदन.
I'm sorry to say, mandate has been violated, established law and constitutional position has been disrespected, and a party which has won a big state is stealing MLAs, stealing the mandate to cobble together the government. It's a murder of democracy.
CPM Sitaram Yechuri backed the stand of the Congress party.
Principle of the single majority, largest party being called is a principle that's established. That has been violated. The House must note that this is something of a violation that has happened.
Citing instances, Leader of the House Arun Jaitley defended the governor's decisions in Manipur and Goa.
जबकि वैकल्पिक गठबंधन के पास स्पष्ट बहुमत हो, बहुमत के लोग राज्यपाल के सामने पेश हो चुके हों, राज्यपाल को लिख के दे चुके हों और राज्यपाल ने जो निर्णय लिया है उसके ऊपर कल स्पष्ट फैसला हो जाएगा कि बहुमत किसके साथ है. लोकतंत्र का आधार है कि सरकार बहुमत की बने, अल्पमत की नहीं, और इसलिए अल्पमत को बुलाना इसकी कोई गुंजाइश लोकतंत्र के अंदर नहीं है.
Jaitley's assertions failed to quell the protests as Congress members entered the well and protested against the government. 0 hour was disrupted while question hour was washed away. Even in the post-lunch session, the protests remained unabated. With no visible respite, the chair adjourned the House till Thursday. Although the BJP finished second in both states, it was in an advantageous position to form government with the help of allies. With Kriti Mishra and Panchanan Mishra, Vishal Dahiya, Rajya Sabha TV, Delhi.
And Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal continued his tirade against EVMs on Wednesday as well, alleging that the machine tampering may have led to AAP's poor showing in the state of Punjab. While questioning the reliability of electronic voting machines, Kejriwal said that at least 20% of AAP's votes may have been transferred to the sad BJP coalition. He wrote to the Delhi Chief Secretary on Tuesday, directing him to request the State Election Commission to hold the upcoming municipal polls in Delhi using ballot papers. Now, saying that the Aam Aadmi Party has a strong prima facie evidence of foul play, Kejriwal also demanded that votes registered in the EVMs be compared with the VVPAT trail in about 32 places in Punjab, where the paper audit system was in place. Meanwhile, BSP Chief Mayawati also attacked the BJP over the UP results and decided to move court against the alleged tampering of EVMs. She said that the BSP will observe a black day every month against the murder of democracy by the BJP.
इलेक्शन कमीशन की जिम्मेदारी है लोगों का पूरे प्रोसेस पे और मशीनों के ऊपर विश्वास बना रहे, इसको कायम करने की। ये इलेक्शन कमीशन की जिम्मेदारी है, इसको यू कैन ब्रश इट अंडर द कार्पेट।
धरना प्रदर्शन अगले महीने 11 अप्रैल को होगा। इसके बाद फिर अगले महीने 11 मई को होगा। ये क्रम चलता रहेगा। इस प्रकार से ये आंदोलन उत्तर प्रदेश के हर जिला हेडक्वार्टर में हर महीने 11 तारीख को जहां लोकतंत्र की गई हत्या के विरोध में इसे काला दिवस के रूप में धरना प्रदर्शन के जरिए प्रदर्शित किया जाएगा।
Meanwhile, social activist Anna Hazare has hit out at Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal over his demand for reverting to ballot papers for municipal polls in New Delhi, saying that it would be a retrograde step. Now, Hazare said that while the entire world is developing with the help of science and technology, people are talking about using ballot papers. While describing the rationale behind his stand on the issue, Anna pointed out that use of ballot papers is a cumbersome process which involves steps like getting the signature of the voter and the folding of the ballot paper. Well, the counting of votes also takes a lot of time. However, Anna added that the current EVMs should be replaced with totalizer EVMs.
साइंस और टेक्नोलॉजी इतनी डेवलप हो रही है, दुनिया प्रगति पथ पर है और हम बैलेट पेपर के जो सोच करे ये पीछे लौट रहे हैं। ईवीएम मशीन में इतना समय नहीं जाता और वोट करते समय भी इतना समय नहीं जाता। हाँ, एक है कि ईवीएम मशीन में जो वोटिंग होता है और उसकी गिनती होती है तो वो कौन से एरिया में किसको कितने मत मिले हैं ये जाहिर समझ में आ जाता है। तो ईवीएम मशीन यूज करना बहुत जरूरी है।
News from the political developments really taking place in Uttar Pradesh, and the Uttar Pradesh BJP legislative party is likely to meet in Lucknow today to decide on the chief ministerial candidate of the state, well, days after the party's landslide victory in the assembly polls. Well, the Saffron party is set to return to power in the state after a decade and a half. Well, the party's central observers, Union Ministers M. Venkaiah Naidu and General Secretary Bhupendra Yadav will be present at the meeting today. Well, BJP President Amit Shah has been authorized to choose the next chief minister. Well, the central observers would consult the MLAs and report to Shah, who will take the final decision on the matter. While the names of several probables, including Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh, MOS for Railways Manoj Sinha, Party's State Unit President Keshav Prasad Maurya, Party's National Vice President Dinesh Sharma, among others, have been doing the rounds. Meanwhile, the Samajwadi Party National President Akhilesh Yadav will also meet the newly elected SP legislators at the party office in Lucknow today. The discussions in the meeting are likely to focus on their new legislative party leader and their future course of action. Well, according to the Samajwadi Party, the party might also hold deliberations on the possible causes of defeat in the assembly polls. Remember, the SP Congress contested together in the assembly elections. The Samajwadi Party's seats tally came down to 47 from 224 in 2012, while Congress managed to bag only 7 seats, down from 28 held by them in 2012. On to some other news now. Well, members cutting across party lines expressed concern over the suicide of JNU scholar Muttu Krishnan in the Rajya Sabha. The government informed the upper house that it had directed the Delhi police to urgently register an FIR in the case.
JNU research scholar Muttu Krishnan's suicide evoked concern in the upper house on Wednesday. Raising the issue during 0 hour, CPI leader D. Rajya alleged discrimination against Dalit students in central universities.
Take such extreme step of losing his life, sir. What is happening in our country? What is happening in the central universities in India? Why there is discrimination against students coming from Dalits, tribal communities and minorities and OBCs? What is democracy we are talking about, sir?
Several other opposition members demanded the response from the HRD minister.
मेरी ये मांग है कि जो देश के शिक्षा मंत्री हैं, HRD मिनिस्टर हैं, उनको जब यहाँ दिल्ली में ये घटना हुई है, he should have been here, उनको बताना चाहिए हाउस में कि ये घटना इस तरह से हुई है और इस घटना पर कार्रवाई गवर्नमेंट क्या कर रही है.
Statement from the HRD minister should have been here. Now, since this government has come, today's question answer, the crime rate against the Dalits has gone up from 19.6 to 23.
So let the minister react.
Untimely death of him or utter extreme decision taken by that young fellow, a bright and ambitious student, sir. So there must be some provocation.
Very unfortunate.
Sir, they have the FIR has not been filed, sir. The postmortem
Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman assured the House of a thorough investigation. She added the government is urging the police to include sections related to prevention of atrocities against SC/ST students and abetment to suicide as well.
We very clearly directed the police, as per the instructions of Home Minister, that by 12 o'clock the FIR should be filed and a copy should be given to the father, to the guardian and to any number of students who would want to get a copy of it.
Muttu Krishnan, a 28-year-old Dalit PhD scholar at the Jawaharlal Nehru University in Delhi, was found hanging from a ceiling fan at his friend's house in Delhi on Monday. Krishnan was at the forefront of the movement for justice for his Dalit scholar friend Rohit Vemla, who committed suicide in Hyderabad last year. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And making a statement in Lok Sabha on Wednesday, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj said that the safety of the Indian diaspora in the US is the government's top priority. Well, Sushma Swaraj said that her ministry is keeping a close watch on the incidents of racial attacks on Indians living abroad and has also got an assurance about their safety from the authorities there. Well, referring to the recent attacks on Srinivasa Kuchibhotla and Deep Rai, Swaraj said that she had spoken to their families and has raised the matter with the highest authorities in the US. Now, several MPs, remember, had sought a response from the government in the 0 hour on the 9th of March over the recent attacks on Indians abroad.
विदेशों में बसे भारतीय डायस्पोरा की सुरक्षा तथा संरक्षा हमारी सरकार की सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकता है। हम अमेरिकी सरकार के साथ लगातार बातचीत कर रहे हैं। किसी भी आपातकालीन मुद्दे के समाधान के लिए हमारे दूतावास तथा कौंसुलावास स्थानीय भारतीय समुदाय के दलों के साथ निकट संपर्क बनाए हुए हैं। मैं विश्वास दिलाती हूं कि हम विदेशों में रहने वाले भारतीयों के जीवन को प्रभावित करने वाली किसी भी गतिविधि के प्रति सतर्क हैं और उनके हितों की रक्षा करने के लिए हर संभव कार्य करेंगे।
And in Breakfast News, we'll take a very short break. Up next, we have all the international and sports news. Stay tuned.
Gyan Chopper is the ancient version of Indian snakes and ladders. This intriguing game was popular among the old, the young and the rulers as well. The chopper has its origin in the Jain philosophy. It tells the story of virtue, symbolized by the ladders, rewarded, while the vices shown by the snakes are punished. Each square in turn also narrates some message of wisdom.
Welcome back. Well, the government on Wednesday approved the National Health Policy, which proposes to provide assured health services to all in the country. Well, the Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, gave its nod to the policy, which has been pending for the last 2 years. Though the details of the National Health Policy have not been disclosed, Union Minister J.P. Nadda is likely to make a suo motu statement in the Parliament today, elaborating on its salient features. Well, the draft policy had said that the government wants to ensure universal access to affordable and assured healthcare services in the country and will explore the creation of a health cess to raise the required funds. Well, the policy comes amid long-standing concerns that a vast population of households across the country remain unprotected from healthcare expenses. Well, the draft will also address the issue of maternal and infant mortality rate, as well as making drugs and diagnostics available free, at least in the public healthcare system of the country. And the Union Cabinet has also approved an additional 2% dearness allowance from January 2017. Well, the Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, increased by 2% over the existing rate of 2% of the basic pay to compensate for the price rise. Well, the increase is in line with the recommendations of the 7th Central Pay Commission. The combined impact on the exchequer on account of both the dearness allowance and dearness relief will be 5,857.28 crore per year and 6,833.5 crore rupees. Well, the measure will benefit about 48.85 lakh central government employees and 55.51 lakh pensioners as well. And in a fresh push to roll out the ambitious indirect tax reform, the GST Council, headed by Finance Minister Arvind Kejriwal, is expected to approve two crucial legislations at its meeting today. Well, the Council is likely to approve the state GST, that is the SGST, and the Union Territory GST bill, or the UGST bills. Well, the Council's nod will act as another decisive step in the run-up to the implementation of the overhauled tax regime from 1st of July this year. Well, in its previous meeting, the Council had cleared the final drafts of the other three bills, the Integrated GST, Central GST and Compensation Bill. The panel had also agreed to cap the levy at 40% while sticking to the earlier slabs of 5, 12, 18 and 28%. Now, sources say that the government is planning to get Parliament's approval in the ongoing budget session itself, but before that, all the states will have to give their nod to the bill as well. On to some international news now. Well, the US has announced charges against 2 Russian intelligence officials and 2 hackers over a massive Yahoo data breach that had affected at least 500 million user accounts way back in 2014. Well, the US says that the 2 members of the FSB, that is the Russian intelligence agency, conspired with criminal hackers. Well, the hack allegedly targeted the email accounts of Russian journalists and opposition politicians, former government officials in neighboring countries and several US government figures as well. Well, the indictment comes amid intense political controversy over Russian interference in the US election. The US Department of Justice declined to comment on whether there was a link between the Yahoo hack and Russia's alleged attempts to sway the election in Donald Trump's favor.
Dmitry Dokuchayev and Igor Sushchin, both FSB officers, protected, directed, facilitated, and paid criminal hackers to collect information through computer intrusions in the United States and elsewhere. They worked with co-conspirators Alexei Belan and Karim Baratov to hack into the computers of American companies providing email and internet-related services, to maintain unauthorized access to those computers, and to steal information, including information about individual users and the private contents of their accounts.
And in a setback to Donald Trump, a federal judge in Hawaii blocked US President's new travel ban hours before it was due to begin at midnight on Thursday. Well, US District Judge Derek Watson cited questionable evidence in the government's argument that the ban was a matter of national security. Well, the lawyers argued that the ban would violate the US Constitution by discriminating against people on the grounds of their national origin. The state also said that the ban would harm tourism and the ability to recruit foreign students and workers. Well, the order would have placed a 90-day ban on people from 6 mainly Muslim countries and a 120-day ban on refugees. Well, an earlier version of the order issued in late January was blocked by a judge in Seattle. Remember, Hawaii is one of the several U.S. states trying to stop the new ban, where judges in Maryland and in Washington state are also set to rule. Meanwhile, Donald Trump described the ruling as judicial overreach.
We would love it if the federal government could make sure that they come out with an order that protects our national security interests, keeps the people of Hawaii safe, keeps the people of Oregon safe as well, but just not in a way that discriminates against people based upon their nation of origin or based upon their religion.
A judge has just blocked our executive order on travel and refugees coming into our country from certain countries. The order he blocked was a watered-down version of the first order that was also blocked by another judge and should have never been blocked to start with. This new order was tailored to the dictates of the Ninth Circuit's, in my opinion, flawed ruling. This is, in the opinion of many, an unprecedented judicial overreach.
On to some cricket news now. Well, Shashank Manohar on Wednesday resigned as ICC chairman after merely 8 months in office, citing personal reasons. Well, Manohar gave his resignation letter to ICC CEO Dave Richardson without clarifying the exact reason for his sudden move. Well, sources suggest that Manohar's decision to quit stems from the fact that the BCCI seems to have gained enough ground to block constitutional and financial reforms in ICC that would have come up for approval at its next board meeting. Well, any reform to be passed needs a 2/3 majority, and the BCCI is believed to have managed to get Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Zimbabwe on its side. Last year, the 59-year-old was elected as the body's first independent chairman on a 2-year term in May after he resigned from the BCCI, citing his inability to carry out Lodha Committee reforms in toto. And on the ground, India will take on Australia in the crucial third test at Ranchi today, with the 4-match series tied 1-all. The hosts had lost the first test in Pune by 333 runs, but had bounced back in the second game at Bengaluru with a 75-run victory, and now will look to carry forward that momentum in Ranchi, which is hosting its first ever test match. Now, opener Murli Vijay is all set to make a return to the side after recovering from a shoulder injury. Australia, on the other hand, will be without their star paceman Mitchell Starc as well as all-rounder Mitchell Marsh, as both have been ruled out for the remainder of the series due to injuries.
Sort of provide the difference in the game, but I think most of the batting collapses are more mental than skill coming into fault. So that's what I make of it. It wasn't much to do with pitches because the other team obviously batted better on both those occasions, so it's more a mental setup, I think.
Not from my point of view. Yeah, it's about moving on and concentrating on this test match here. I think it's been a great series so far, the cricket that's been played, and again, hopefully the cricket can be the winner out here this test match. It's an exciting one 1-all in the series, halfway through the series, so we're all excited about this test match, and hopefully it can be a good one.
Well, that's it from me and my team in this edition of News. But news and updates continue on Rajya Sabha television. Thanks so much for your time.